Good morning, everybody, and welcome again to another wonderful session of Empowering Morning Conversations. And thank you for being here every morning and making these conversations really empowering. What makes us empowering is that you are coming, you are participating, you are sharing, you are questioning. That gives me room to add a little bit more from my repertoire of experiences and learning that I had. So if you were not there, would we be able to do anything? No. So please acknowledge yourself. And like they say in one of the programs that I am watching, smile karo aur shuru ho jao. Right. So good morning once again. I'm going to be there with you for a short time today. I will leave you at 8 o'clock in very capable hands of Rama and Vetrivel, and hopefully Kunayan also will join us by that. No, he's not joining us. He's on holiday with his daughters and wife. He's having a great time somewhere. Okay, so how was yesterday? And how was it thinking about the topic of yesterday? Did you discover something? Did you find out something? Are you finding out what is holding you back, etc.? So let's have very quick one or two shares from you, and then we'll proceed. Let's start with Shakti before she disappears.
Oh, sorry, sir. Actually, yesterday I didn't go through that. I was there for first the sharing session. After that, I didn't listen the video.
Oh, doesn't matter. How was your day anyhow?
Day was morning. It's kind of okay, but afternoon it's kind of new learnings, some realization it's happened. So it's really good, sir. I went for some therapy session. It was nice.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And Kuldeep ji, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning.
तो आप एक शेर ही सुना दीजिए to make an auspicious start to our auspicious day, the Saturday.
Okay. As you wish. Your wishes are my commands.
ओए आप क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? I'm not your commanding officer. I am your friend who is committed to the fulfillment of your vision. That's who I am for all of you. Yes, sir.
लाइफ में कई ऐसी हम मिस्टेक्स करते रहते हैं रिपीटेडली जो हमें आगे नहीं बढ़ने देती हैं. उसी के ऊपर एक शेर है सर ये कि जिंदगी में हम अक्सर ये भूल करते रहे. जिंदगी में हम अक्सर ये भूल करते रहे कि धूल चेहरे पे थी और आईना साफ करते रहे.
Thank you. I think I will like to translate it. It's such a beautiful one. He says, all our life we made the same mistake. And the mistake was that the dust was on my face and I was cleaning the mirror. Great. The dust was on my face and I'm cleaning the mirror. That's exactly what we do in life. Thank you so much for sharing it. Wow. Okay, anybody else?
Yes, sir.
I mean, even if you don't have a share, it's all right. You can share something else.
Yeah, not share. Yesterday I was talking to you, you all that I said, okay, I'm going in search of happiness. So I put my background, that is day to day my life. Whenever I go to office, that is the scene. Together, share everything. That that is the kind of atmosphere we have created in the office. So whoever comes to office, colleagues, so sharing something will be there always, and smiles. It's smile.
Fantastic.
No stress. Yeah, no stress.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So like you are also one of those who says smile karo aur shuru ho jao.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, who else?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. A quick thought.
Hi, good morning.
I was trying to testing with this program with some other YouTube programs. What is that we are doing here? Of course, we are there in YouTube also. Then this thought came. If you go to YouTube, watch some of the motivational videos are from a great speaker. Of course, they do a wonderful job. They change your mood. What is that we are doing here? We change your mode of thinking, mode of feeling, mode of operating. Thank you.
Please write this. They change your mood, we change your mode.
English sharing.
Yeah, very nice. You change your mode, from Indian style mode to Western style mode we are making.
Reaction mode to responding mode.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
So yesterday I was watching your YouTube. Actually, I thought to go to watch yesterday's one, but I ended up watching with your some H2, S2, and then some growth programs. It's really nice. Thanks for it. It's in your YouTube channel. H2, S2.
Okay, good. Something very wonderful happened to me yesterday. So yesterday evening we had our Rotary Club meeting. So once in a week we have this Rotary Club meeting. Now we have changed it to once in a fortnight. So one new member had joined, So I said, hi, I'm Sukhdeepak. He says, sir, I know you very well. I've been watching you on your YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I can't get up in the morning for your conversations, but I always watch your YouTube. So I said, hi, wow, somebody started noticing us. Not bad, eh? Thank you so much, Shakti.
Yeah, there is one Shankari who always watches this EMC, sir.
Wow. So we are getting a lot of pankars, huh?
Yes.
Good. I mean, if we are spreading some positivity all around, I had a very interesting dream last night, And the dream was that somebody gives me a call. He says, I'm calling from so-and-so TV channel. I said, okay, so what can I do for you? Sir, you got this empowering morning conversation. I said, yes. So why don't you allow us to stream your conversations also on our channel? Wow. I said, that's interesting. Because if that happens, then, thousands of people will be seeing us in action. So who knows, maybe the dream is giving some indication about what is going to follow. How wonderful is that? So we have some people. Schrodinger's cat is there today morning. It's only one person who can have a name like that. Good morning, Suchitra. You like to say some inspiring Namaskaram?
So I thought it was Schrodinger's elephant outside.
Yeah, it is elephants.
Yeah, whatever. Schrodinger, some people call it Schrodinger's cat, some people call it Schrodinger's elephant, right?
I wanted to say that I will not be boxed, and that's why I'm an elephant and outside the box.
Yeah. But the cats, they scratch.
So your the question of what do I really want from life? What do I want? I have been thinking about it. It's a very fierce question, sir. It is a very fierce question, and basically, I don't know the answer, but I feel that I want to arrive at a state of dynamic peace. Where I don't feel shortchanged, where I feel that the life energy is expressing in a very natural way on a day-to-day basis. And I don't have the feeling of being hemmed in and held back and boxed in from what I really am. So that is what...
That's what we are here for, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we meet here every morning for. So
Yeah.
my question to you is, you're on the terrace today, very nice.
Yeah.
Putting some fresh air. So my question is that when you have achieved that, then what? What will you do with it? So you have achieved this peace and you have achieved not feeling hemmed in. So it's very interesting, that when somebody is in a prison, all that he wants is to get out of the prison. So my question is, when you get out of the prison, then what?
So I think it's a very difficult thing to communicate this freedom, sir, because we get...
No. Wait. Are you listening to me? I'm
Yeah.
saying when you get out of this prison,
Yeah.
when you stop feeling hemmed in and when you got your dynamic peace and all that,
Yeah.
okay, what will you then do? So it's like asking a prisoner, na? You all your life, you have yearned to get out of the prison. Now you're getting out of the prison. What are you going to do now? So I'm asking you to think about that. Because what you're thinking about can happen right now.
Yeah.
It can happen after 5 minutes. It can happen after 5 hours or 5 days or 5 months. So let's assume that it has happened. I mean, you got out of your victim mode. You got out of this feeling of being hemmed in, right? And you are experiencing freedom and dynamic peace, Dynamic because it comes and goes, right? So you got all that. Then what? What are you going to do with it? Then you're going to live a retired life after that, huh?
No, sir, I want to, what I feel is the reality as we perceive it on planet Earth and what we have created as human beings, even the highest, it is a very limited reality. So I wish to break away from all this. Even
Yeah.
it might be a very revolutionary statement, but I feel that if I have to drop the body in order for me to be that space, then I want to come to the point where I do that willingly. So it's like that.
So they
John,
why don't you go and live on the mountain and take sannyas? Simple, no? You will not be hemmed in only. Take your
No.
mom also with you. You can look after her over there.
it is the mind. It is the
In the
mind.
mountain.
It is the mind that has taken the shape of the prison.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, so don't give an answer immediately. Think about it. That when
Okay.
you got the peace, you got peace. Let's say that, okay, God came and said, hey, baby, here's the peace for you. You get dynamic peace. You get freedom in your mind. You got everything. Then what? I was asking this question to myself last year before the COVID. Okay, Sukhdeepak, you got everything that you ever asked for. You finally got peace in your life. Finally, you got enough money in your life. You got everything. You've done everything. Whatever you wanted to achieve in your life, you've done it. Now what? When I ask that question, now what? What else is possible for me in my life now? Then so many more satisfying things came up, you know. There's so much that we are here to do. You understand? Right now, because you are fighting with this oppressor, enemy, whatever you call it, your mind or whatever, you cannot think of anything else because you're busy fighting for survival, fighting for freedom, fighting for happiness, etc., etc. That's what we are always doing, isn't it? So we have reached it, let us say. We have achieved that. Then will there be no more purpose left in your life? Then are you going to take sannyasa, go and live in the mountains?
No, sir. It comes to touching people touching life, people at a very deep level, not just at a superficial level, but
Exactly.
also to arrive at this state of freedom.
Yeah.
That
So
becomes the
because they say, no, when gold is nicely beaten up, it becomes kundan. So people like us are kundan, and then we are supposed to offer that kundan to the world, isn't it? Maybe that's your mission, and maybe that's why you've gone through the fire. So it's a question to ask, you know, what else is possible? Because great people go through great trials and tribulations so that they become more compassionate and loving, and they understand suffering of others and they can contribute to them. Maybe that's a possibility. So it's a good question to ask you, what am I here for? Why has God given me the life that He's given me? Because it's had some great moments too. Very rich moments, you know. Moments where you enriched yourself with your studies or exposure to all sorts of things, and rich moments when you got beaten up black and blue, literally, not physically, I mean. Oh, maybe that also, who knows? Everything can happen in life, right? So the point is, it's only preparing, no? Like every day I say, every experience is an opportunity to become a better version of myself. So let us say that I am a better version of myself. That means I have more to offer. That means I can do more for the world if I choose to. So the question to ask is, what else is possible for me? Because once you get out of that, so you be with that, you know, that what is the future that is possible? What is the mission for which the Lord has brought me on this planet? Everybody is here for a mission, whether you know it or not. Some people's mission is simply to be there and serve. Like mummy's been serving everybody, no? All her life. Maybe that's her mission, who knows? Maybe your mission is to keep, you know, making her stronger in life. Who knows? That's the question you can now look at. You understand? Everybody says, I want freedom, I want peace, I want this, I want that. My question is, fine, yeah, you'll get it. Nature always gives you what you really want. There's no way you'll not get it. You will get it. The question is, then what? Maybe why you're not getting it is that you are not having clarity that what will I do with it when I get it. Like a lot of people say, oh, I want money, I want money. But they have no idea what they'll do with the money, what will they create with the money. So they don't get it. So same thing, no? So this very rich intellect and everything that you have, it is there for some purpose. And you will find it soon enough if you look for it. That's why I keep telling you to do a few things, that not to do few things and to do something. And then you channelize this laser beam of yours. So where you want to focus your laser beam, that's up to you, right? Schrodinger's cat or elephant, whatever you may like to call yourself today. And I like it. You give a new name every day, you give a new identity. So if only the name is changing, not the identity, that's a question you need to look at also, no? So thank you very much for bringing another level to this conversation this morning. Thank you, both of you. We get to meet your mummy every day because of you. So thank you for that as well.
Thank you very much.
You can tell your mummy what a great fan of hers I am.
We are very happy to meet you every day. That's
Me too. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you later. Okay, so we removed you from the spotlight. And anybody else who really wants to very badly share or ask anything, you may do so now. Otherwise, we can move into something which I want to poke you with. So anybody wants to say something?
Yes, yesterday I was discussing about, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Gautam ji.
Shukdeep ji, and yesterday was a discussion, is the last moment. I'm not able to choose what is my, what I'll do next. I'm working for a company, but it is the same stereotype working, and I have to deliver like that, and delivering to whom? This is a system, corporate like that, but it's not a life. After coming in this forum or this discussion, and morning conversation empowered me to think out of the box. And I need your help, or your means your all, everybody should contribute in this stage. What I'll do else where I can get the satisfaction. I can choose my life to give service to the society or the people.
Don't conclude as yet. You take a piece of paper and in very big letters you write on it, what else is possible?
Okay.
What else is possible? And then you wait for the answer to come. The answer will come.
Thank you.
So you trust in the process, yeah? What else is possible? And the second question also you can ask if you want.
Yeah.
How does it get better than this? My life is good, no?
Yes,
so how does
absolutely.
it get better than this? Second question to ask is, how does it get better than this? And when you put these two questions out into the universe, my friend, you don't know what wonderful answers you might get. How wonderful is that? And if you don't get any answers, then there will be around 30 people here to help you to find them. But ultimately, who knows the answer? You do.
Thank you.
Actually, nobody can come and tell you about your life. Huh? खड़ा तो अपने पैरों पे ही होने पड़ेगा ना, और निवाला खुद ही उसको चबाना पड़ेगा ना. But it's good. It's a very good question. Be in these two questions, see what opens up for you. Okay?
Sure.
Thank you, Gautam. And tell your friend to come and join us sometime. No? The very funny fellow, he has made you join and he has disappeared.
He's also feeling that type. Morning he start his company job and teleconference like that. These things start.
Okay.
So he's also not very comfortable. Just I was discussing.
He can see the recordings.
Yeah. Yes. He's a very nice person, gentleman.
Of course.
He's
Thank
you.
Thank you for being there for us.
Okay.
Sir, would you repeat the second question, please?
How does it get better than that?
Thank
Better than this?
Including the first question, sir. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Raghu.
I didn't note it down. Can you just repeat the first question also? Because the question is not for only him. I think everyone can think over it.
Many times I ask the same question. First question is, what else is possible? And some people here, they got some great answers, right, Shakti? When you ask that question, what else is possible? And the second question is,
Yes, sir.
how does it get better than this? And both of them will show you some interesting things in your life, right? Okay, so having said that, let's spend a little while to look at what we are doing here. So what are we doing here? I think Neeti wants to say something, so we should allow her to say it before we move on. I saw you unmuted over there, so you can say it, whatever you wish to say.
नहीं सर, मैंने तो unmute करा ही नहीं. I am very much in your questions, and I am enjoying being stir-fried in them.
Stir-fried, yeah, bheja fried, huh? Okay,
Okay.
but anything comes to mind you might want to say now that you are on the spotlight?
Nothing at the moment, sir. Just even though I am in these questions for a couple of days and I'm getting the same answers from everywhere, and there's a lot of changes going on in my mind, but still there is a lot of peace. I feel, my mind is not troubled. There's a lot that is going on around me, but I am able to manage everything and I'm able to make time for myself. So I'm feeling a lot of peace and stability. So that is the positive side.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing that. Because that also opens up possibilities for people, right?
Yes, very much. I'm really surprised how I'm being able to accommodate it.
Well, you're you. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the 74th session of Empowering Morning Conversation. And just a quick reminder, what's the purpose? Purpose is to be positive. Purpose is to take this positivity and spread it out to the world, so that when we spread out the positivity, the world becomes a better place. And because the world becomes a better place and I live in that world, my life becomes better because I want to make it better. So congratulations for being the positivity catalysts with me. And what we want is that all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, all of it, right? Not only the ones which I like. And to proceed on this journey, I have a few things to say to you. So what does this picture show you? The picture shows you a motorcycle which is stuck in the rut. What is a rut? A rut is made, if you go to the villages, the bullock cart goes on the same kacha road, and then these ruts are formed. Now the farmer, when he's returning home, he can go to sleep in that cart. So the rut is like a railway track, the cart will reach the village only. It won't go anywhere else. So what we've done is that because of our everyday habits and everyday way of living, and because of what we call the default mode, we are all stuck in a rut, right? That is called the default mode. I haven't used this word rut because it didn't sound like a very nice word, no? So just check in our life. Every day we are stuck in the same old rut. And we are afraid to get out of it. Because it's safety in being in a rut, na? The safety is you know where the rut is going to take you anyway. And sometimes you may not like the place where it takes you, but you still are okay. Pata hai idhar pahunch jayega, kidhar pahunchega, kabar mein pahunchega, wo pata hai, right? But we feel safe in it because we know. And we are very, very afraid of, what shall I say, uncertainty or what is going to happen. So we feel comfortable to be in a rut. We feel comfortable to go on, being a feverish, selfish little clod full of grievances and ailments, complaining that the world will not devote itself to being happy. So a lot of time I say, okay, you are complaining. Why don't you do something about it? Arey Baba, today it is comfortable. Tomorrow it will become more comfortable. Why should I jump from the frying pan into the fire? I said, then enjoy the fire, na? Don't cry about it. So people are stuck in a rut and they are crying about it. Life is boring, same old life, it is boring. Maza nahi aa raha hai, I'm doing a meaningless job, blah, blah, blah. Right? Then get out of the rut. But I'm afraid to get out of the rut, sir. Why are you afraid to get out of the rut? Because it might become worse. How do you know it might become worse? It might become better also, no? आप इतने यकीन से कैसे कर सकते हो कि मैं अपने रट में से या दायरे में से बाहर निकलूंगा तो it will become worse? How do I know that? So God came and told you that you will only have daridra jeevan. Sir, first I got engagement ring, Then I got wedding ring. Now I got suffering. Hello? That's not what your life is going to be. But the fear or whatever it is that holds you back. So that's the question for the day, guys. Do you want to get out of the rut? And how do I get out of the rut? That's what I want you to dwell on today. Each one knows our own rut in which we are fixed and stuck. Isn't it? Don't we know that? We know it very well. And if you want to get out of the rut, how are you going to do that? I could easily give you some answers, right? But I want you to figure it out for yourself. How do I get out of my default mode? So let me make this slightly easier for you, all right? Have you heard of the Toyota Motor Car Company? See, about 20 years ago, they were still one of the top engineering companies in the world. Am I right? But these guys are future thinking people, you know. So one day they said, no, we need to make more improvements to be ready for the future. So they came out with an employee suggestion scheme. Do you know this? And do you know how many suggestions they got from the employee suggestion scheme? And how many improvements they made in 1 year because of the suggestions they got from the employee suggestion scheme? Can you imagine how many improvements they must have made? Can you make a guess, please? How many improvements they would have made in 1 year? You can unmute and give the answer.
42.
Can you think of a slightly bigger figure, please?
42,000.
Slightly bigger figure, please. Okay, to cut the long story short, they did 1 million improvements in 1 year. And these were based on all the suggestions given by their employees. So one of the things which came out of it is called just-in-time manufacturing. So many other examples I could give you, but time is short. But tell me something. If you want to bring about so many improvements, practical ones, which saved that company a lot of money, which brought them much better quality and everything else, what kind of thinking would have made those people give those suggestions? They would have to think differently, right? What kind of thinking the company would have that they were able to implement those 10 lakh improvements, I say. That's how many improvements per day. And that is a big company, very well-known engineering giant in this world, right? But we are just a tuchha prani. Don't you think we have much more room for improvement? Yeah, I'll just join. Think about that. So you will have to be willing to do things differently. You will have to be willing to think differently. See, just tell her that I'm just joining in a minute. 30 seconds. Okay, guys. So I need to leave you now. And you continue to dwell on it. What will you have to do to get out of the rut? Isn't that a very interesting thing to do? So see you tomorrow, guys. I'm leaving you in very, very capable hands.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, Suchitra, go on.
No, I was just waving to sir. Goodbye.
Here in this forum, everything is conversation, Suchitra. Even the gesture is a conversation.
Yes.
So basically, okay, if I have to go ahead, I'll just say the thoughts which came to the top of my head from sir's questions, and how I approach any question is first is at the verbal level. So my answers came at that. अगर रट में चलना है तो रट रट के ही चलना है आगे. And that means the Hindi word rat means it's just like you learn by heart somebody else's answers and say it. So that is the Hindi word rat. So and the English word rut. So I wanted to connect them. And but my feeling is also that sometimes the rut is the most efficient way to accomplish something for a short term. So one can't reinvent every wheel. So the possibility of going in a rut for a short while, one must be open to. This is something else came up. And how do I get out of the rut is another answer that I had at the word play level is I get out of it by becoming a rath, R-A-T-H. That is a chariot which no longer fits into that groove. So that's all I. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. So first of all, we need to identify what is the rut we are in, and then see how to come out of it. So like Sir said, where like in the village, the bullock cart is going on the rut, and you don't need to do anything; it just reaches the destination, right? So like that in our life also, the rut seems to be very, very comfortable. So Chitra also said that we are very comfortable with that. So even to identify whether we are in rut itself is a big challenge. We may think that that is something great.
Sir, I just wanted to add one more point to the rut. See, we think going through the rut is comfortable, but even the rut also, when we go over again and again, the kind of damages or the kind of impact which is keep on increasing. So even on, on a practical experience from a rut, I'm just correlating and I'm telling. So we think which is our comfortable zone also, again and again, there is more and more impact only is happening to us, but we just we just don't notice it, or we are not attentive to it.
Yeah.
There are more possibilities of accidents, if you move on a rut. If you see in these snowy areas, you can see a lot of car accidents. Everything without, even if you apply brake or even if you don't apply brake, that will keep on going and banging one by one. So that is possibility. So we have to be very careful. We should know we are moving on rut, and we should find out to come out of that as much as possible, as early as possible. Otherwise accidents can happen. There is a ease of moving is there, but it can hit anything, any rock or any this thing. So even in our life it happens like that. And it's like some kind of default mode sometimes.
Yeah, so that's right. In fact, what is default mode or rut? See, basically we establish some routines where we don't want to use our energy, our creativity, our efforts, right? So when you don't use our human creativity, human effort, and human energy, it is not really good. It may work, but it's not very creative. It's not really very powerful. So typically the default mode or the rut mode cannot be very powerful one. And hence what Suresh said, that there is a possibility of accident, as well as the effectiveness of the default mode. You can always check, it may not be great enough.
Yeah, it's like a small example, like when we go to water games, you climb up a tree and get on, come down to the water. You don't have to do that. You just sit in that place, and it will bring you down, and all of a sudden you will get into waters. That is the kind of situations can happen.
Yeah. So how do we go about finding the rut, and how do we get out of the rut or the default mode? So what thinking comes out to others? Please go on and share it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Be aware all the time. That makes you think and come out of the rut most of the time.
Yes, awareness.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Create a new habit and follow it consistently.
Yes. New. Yeah. Anything new, you put that human creativity and effort and energy. So yes.
Yes.
So a true friend can point out our rut sometimes. We cannot
Yes.
see it. This is a state of being, and we must be willing to trust the person to take the feedback. So that's
Absolutely.
one way. We cannot figure out all our ruts ourselves because it is at a very deep cellular level also. It is a way of functioning that and thinking that we are too much invested in.
Yes, that's
Feedback.
right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Exposing
that-
into the new environment with new people, new things, instead of roaming around with the same set of people.
Yeah. So in fact, some of the feedback comes from this session also. This empowering morning conversations. That is exactly Mr. Sudeepak is saying. Doing. He keeps poking and he keeps bringing out our default mode. He points out the rut we are in. So that is a great help to a certain extent here, right?
Yeah, we should have strong and healthy hands to hold. We should be more open to hold the objects during the what do you say, slippery time. Our hands should be very strong enough to hold and get out of that rut sometimes.
Yes, and typically there are enough strong hands to hold. Only we don't hold it. So if we look for the strong hands, it's always available.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You probably when you are slipping, slippery kind of thing is there. Even if a small plant can hold you sometimes.
Exactly.
Rama sir, can I share?
Yes, Vetri, please.
Thank you very much. The topic is about how to get out of the rat, and it tells same question is been raised in a different mode for easy understanding. How to come out from the default mode. From my understanding, we all know that we are made of two things: conscious mind. Our mind is made of two things: conscious mind, subconscious mind. But unfortunately, the ratio is 95% is the subconscious mind, 5% is the conscious mind. So knowingly or unknowingly, all the time what we do is we operate from default mode. Somehow, sir used to say we found a formula and we are following it, something like a person is doing a same job for 15 years. That job can be learned in 30 days. What he is doing is he is repeating the same 30 days learning for a 15 years. So this is for a deeper understanding is the called mode. Default mode is deeper understanding of the rut. One more thing is coming up, and just to answer one more doubt, it is not rut is always painful. Rut is something like we are doing without awareness, we are doing without consciousness. We found that it is easy. Some people are suffering the same suffering for a longer time without knowing that there is another way. Some people are feeling little happy and comfortable in the same rut without knowing that there is better than that. So the mode is we have to come out of rut. And one good thing is coming is how to come out of from that. The answer is could be challenging it. If you are challenging anything, if you don't know swimming, you are challenging yourself, then you are coming out of from the rut. If you do something and you are trying something first time, you are challenging yourself. So the question to ask is, do I challenge myself or I am doing the same thing? Even a dish, you're doing the same dish, you are not challenging yourself. If you're trying something new dish, you are challenging yourself. On a lighter note, you are not only challenging yourself, you are challenging others also who is going to eat it. So this is the point. Are we challenging this? And one more quick thought, which I will say and close it. Rama sir is waiting. In this rut example, who got a challenge? The person who is following got a challenge, or the person who created that rut got challenge? The first truck gone to this wild road, created a rut which helped a lot of cart vehicles to go along with that. So we have a power to create a new path with the challenge. Who knows, weaker people can follow that also, or it can help others also. But the question is, are you creating something or are you following something? With this, I just hand over to Rama sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, I want to give a quick share on this. See, that is like, some industries, like earlier printing industry, it was a hand composing kind of thing, okay, and later this desktop publishing and all these things have come, okay. If you keep on following the same thing, and if you don't adapt the new techniques and upgrade ourselves, so now see the fate of all printing presses, letter press. So it's a very, I mean, nowhere at all. Like, we should be more open enough to, like a parachute or whatever, to adapt the new techniques, upgrade ourselves, and maybe in the same line or maybe in a different line. Sometimes you do some kind of you are in the same line for a few years and you see there is nothing you can do much about that. So you can probably adapt, you open up another thing. I mean, you have to have multiple channels, and we should be good enough to handle those things. I mean, we should upgrade as possible to move further.
Thank you. Thank you, Suresh sir. And thank you, Vetri. Very nicely put. How do you really challenge yourself to come out of the rut or the default mode? So where is this? I don't know whether you all remember. I think Sir talked about 3 brains. Brain 1, which is the reptilian brain, which is there in the bottom, and the middle brain, which is creating all this routines and default mode, and the frontal brain, which is the really creative and human brain. So all this rut mode runs in brain 1 and 2. So what we need to do is think from the brain number 3 and make the changes. So that is where what Vetri said makes sense, that you need, unless you challenge it, unless you follow something new, you will not be able to come out of the rut you are already in.
So from Vetri sir, inspiration from what Vetri sir said, if we don't take up challenges, we become challenged.
Yes.
Amazing. Now everybody is saying English Sairi.
Yeah.
Wonderful, Kasa. I want to correct it little more. When I say challenge, my understanding, which I want to put is, it's not suddenly challenging everything what you do. Who knows, it could be better also. My point in challenge is, how can it become better than this? Like Sir put it properly. The job which you have been doing 17 years, suddenly it is not a bad job. Maybe or may not be, but the opportunity in front of us is always available. How can it become better than this? If we operate from this, life is a wonderful thing. How can I become better husband? How can I become better employee? How can I become a better contributor to the society? Simply, how can I become a better friend? So this opportunity is always available with us. For that, we have to challenge. We have to challenge our thinking. We have to challenge our doing. So just one more thought.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Pasha and Vetri. Asinaji, go on. You have to unmute. Unmute.
I am not of anything yet.
Okay. So how are you challenging to learn your internet banking?
No, I am not doing it at all.
We will not leave you.
Because I spoke to my children yesterday. So they said State Bank of India is no good for internet banking. Yesterday we had a conversation.
And that's not true. I use it. It's very simple. I use it, I promise. You know what? We could all give you our bank account numbers. You can transfer us a little gift, and when you get 46 experiences, you'll get your comfort level.
Good one. Good one.
So it's an easy way to justify that it is not good. You know, instead of putting effort in doing something, it happens.
Actually, what happens is so much I don't know on this. So I think I'm taxing my children a lot by asking them to keep teaching, and they're too busy.
Yeah. But Sir gave one idea that we are all capable of reading and understanding. Let's try it out.
I got one small example about this.
Just 1 minute, Suresh ji. So Asina ji, if you need any help, please let me know. I will help you. Yeah.
Okay.
And Asinaji, Ramaji is a financial guy and he helped many people to get into even share trading, making money. This banking transaction making online is for him is a kind of he will quickly make it possible. And one share from my side, I do little bit agree because I use HDFC as well as SBI. SBI, the process is tougher because of the larger customers. If you want, you can try open a new account in Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI, some of the private banks, and do little money. And another steps, like Nitiji said, with a little transaction, include us also. we are assuring that we will return it back.
I want. So we should be the people giving Hasina ji.
I would rather receive it.
Yeah, she is open to receive.
Asking from her. That is no incentive to begin her to start.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. That is the whole purpose of coming here, meeting this all extended family. We are here to receive as well as give.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it is, I mean, known by many people, like, you know, a person goes to bank or any place, wherever, he forgets his pen every time, you know, he loses. Next, immediately he finds out, you know, like he lost his pen. So someone suggested you purchase a pen of 20,000 or 50,000 worth pen, keep it in your pocket. You will be never forgetting that. You know, you will not have any fear that you will lose the pen because of the cost. So you can do big transaction with a careful this thing, you know, like, then probably you will be able to do it properly.
Thank you. Sir, Kuldeep ji, please go on. You have something to say.
No, I was nothing to say, but I had a little clarification, which you can clarify.
Yes, sir.
That when it was told previous 2-3 sessions that it is choice, if a choice versus decision, the choice is preferable.
Yes.
But what I want to understand is, going the same thing, what else is possible, then you find some 3-4 more alternative, and you are convinced that this is not the only way to do this. There are some more ways, and from that way you choose the best way. But when you choose the best way, is that not a decision? That is also a decision.
Yeah, when you choose the best way, when you compare and contrast and then choose, it is decision. Choice is something you voluntarily pick up and make it happen, whatever comes.
No, that point I have understood. What I am asking is, ultimately, you are deciding to choose. And when you are choosing one alternative, that time you are also taking a decision that out of these 4 alternatives, I will go for this. This is also a decision. So this is not choice versus decision. Choice and decisions are complementary as far as I think.
You're right. You're right. Actually, see, the decision is a little bit more restrictive, more worried about various things. Whereas choice is much broader and much more daring, much more challenging, much more capable thinking.
I thought that way, so I just wanted to ask your opinion whether I am thinking correctly.
I think so. I'm also in line with your
I would,
thinking.
wonderful, Ramaji. I also would like to share. Can I?
Yes,
With
yes.
my little understanding, Kuldeep ji, I want to share. It may be or may not be correct. One anecdote is coming. One kind of a metaphor. We are going to a market. We have so much of vegetables, meaning we have so much of choices. If I have the habit of making only the bindi masala all the weeks, though I go to the market, though I have a lot of choices, unfortunately what I do is I only buy the bindi. That's what these artificial intelligence people are also doing. They can easily find out what is our habit, what is our routine, what we'll do. So it's like how something is opening up for me is market, vegetables in the market is choices. But somehow we decide ourselves that I am vegetarian, I am bindi favorite. This we go around limited choices. That which is decision. Why decision sir is putting this way is giving little of importance is the decision should not reduce the choice. I am a kind of a person. I can eat everything. I am an open person. I will try every dish. I will taste every vegetable because every vegetable has got a vitamin, something, some benefit in it. But somehow, if I restrict myself with some of the decisions, I may not get that choices. It's just a little opening up. We all can validate it. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, I think it's a great example. So I don't need to risk.
Can I just one more thing clarify with Mr. Vetrigul?
Yes, sir.
That decision should not restrict the choices as you were saying, but ultimate decision will restrict the choice, because ultimate one alternative when you take, you are deciding that I will not go for these 4 alternatives, I am going for this alternative. So decision, what I am only trying to put it is that it is not choice versus decisions.
Yeah, it is not.
No, it is not. It is a judicious use of choices as well as decisions. Ultimately, you have to decide only. If you don't decide that time, then you are nowhere.
You should have the choice to utilize the decision or choice.
And ultimately decide to have the correct choice.
Or you choose to decide sometimes.
Yes. And at last you have decided to choose whatever you are choosing. Both are complementary. Both go hand by hand. It cannot be choice versus decision. You take choices and leave decision. That will not work. I think.
Correct. It is complementary. So, but we can see the difference between the deciding. See, deciding is
there are two things. There are two different things that I'm not saying. But both can be utilized for our benefit if they are judiciously used.
Right. So deciding is something like this, sir. You try to bring down the choices and finalize. Choosing is expansion. See more possibilities, and then choose. See, if you don't have the choosing option, you don't see the possibilities.
I'm saying
if
that
you always keep deciding option, you will always go down to the smaller things.
Sir, decision will come from the considerations, whatever the points of view, whatever the limiting belief we are having. From that, we will go into the so much considerations.
Sir, I have a small example, whether it is correct or not. Like choice is like a staying in a rented house. We can shift anytime. Decision is like taking a permanent house, purchasing a house, getting registered. I think this is one kind of example. Other one is like choice, friends, choosing our friends. Decision, getting married to a girl. I mean, it is my way of understanding. You can decision also you can change sometimes, but decisions are very rare to change. Choices you can change anytime.
Right. So broadly, I think thanks for that. So Kuldeep ji, I think we are all in sync. It is not one versus the other. It is a complementary. And which one you want to use when? It depends on the context. It depends on what you want to do. So if we are all in rut, choice will help us to look at many possibilities. That's the idea. So let's come back to our topic of how do we come out of
coming back
our
to
default mode.
Ramaji, while coming back to the our topic again,
Right.
with the discussion, I just have this thought. Somebody asked me, what is that one word you learned from this forum, being with that great masters for a long time? I said, maybe. Earlier it was not peace. It is now maybe that something can come up, because we all are discussing the same topic. We all are giving the same suggestion. It is called inclusiveness. Wonderful. Let us get back to our rut again.
I mean, there was a net problem in my this thing again. I got reconnected. I mean,
we all have a rut problem. Now you have a net problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. So.
Any
yes.
comment on my share, like what I have explained? I mean.
Yeah, we closed that, Suresh ji. We moved on to our default mode.
Okay, fine.
How do we come out of default mode?
Okay, fine. Okay.
Today, many people haven't shared.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, Raghuram?
Yes, sir. Still not coming out.
Okay.
Still, I'm not coming out of the rut. That's it.
Okay.
You are enjoying your rut. I know.
First, we should know where we stand, like whether we are in a renting position or not. And once we know, then we can open up our mind what to do about. Like, if we do not even understand where we are in a renting this thing, how do we think of more possibilities? We should get aware the position and then try for betterment.
Yeah. Yes, Sujitra, and then Asina ji first, and then Sujitra. Yeah.
We want to come out of the rut. We want to come out, but we don't know where to go. How to?
Exactly. That is the question. How are we going to come out of the rut?
I can't think of anything because I know the rut that I am in.
Okay. That's a great step.
But I can't think of any other way where I can go. I have to just be in this rut. This is what I am all about.
Why do you want to be in the rut?
Because I have no other choice.
No, that's not true. You have not looked at what are the choices. No, choices are always there. No, you tell me what you've given anything. There are always more choices. So it is not that there are no choices. You decided to stick to the current rate because it is comfortable to you. You don't want to look at the other possibilities.
No, but my rut is such that I know that there is no other way.
No, you don't know there are no other options. There are options.
Anyways, I'll think about it the whole day today.
Yes, there are. There is no confusion on that. There are options.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Can I share a small thing what Sinaji is saying?
Yes.
Sinaji, many times, it is my experience, it is experimented to be correct, that many times we do not know that we do not know. In the sense, there are no possibilities, we do not know that there are possibilities. But this fact also, that we do not know, we do not know. So we continue in the same.
Yeah.
So that is probably what I want to say.
Yeah, that possibility is there. Yeah.
So that is to be experimented.
Yeah.
Maybe correct, may not be correct, but there is no harm in experimenting other possibilities.
Okay, thank you.
That is, like a short period. In a village or wherever, the road is there. In between, there is a mud, and again there is a road. So that is a short period. There we have to move with the balance. Okay.
Yeah.
And
once you cross that, then again you are on a road.
And one more thing I want to share, that being a science student, when a scientist makes a discovery, a fundamental discovery, he makes a hypothesis. Hypothesis means, okay, I feel this should happen this way. But that hypothesis is experimented to be proved correct, to become a law of science. So hypothesis we can make, and whatever we are thinking, these are the possibilities, they are experimented. Because if we do not do this, that there can be no research possible. There can be no breakthrough possible if we don't make an hypothesis. And if we don't think of the possibilities. May be correct, may not be correct. It is subjected to experimentation and the experiments. So that we can go ahead.
It can be proved wrong by experimenting. Yeah.
But if we don't experiment, then we are going nowhere.
That's right. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, Suchitra, go on.
First of all, a light rejoinder to Suresh Garu, that is about his example of decision versus choice, that you deciding to marry somebody, I mean, is a decision, and with your friends, it's a choice. So I'm saying, like, decide to marry the girl, but tell her that it's a choice. Otherwise, you're in a lot of trouble. That you're reserving choice for your friends, but the decision for the lady. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is that as a society, as human beings, we are becoming more and more super specialized, and even high levels of expertise that we achieve in whatever field, that becomes our rut. And our ego becomes is the primary rut. And sometimes to get out of it is an interdisciplinary, it involves an interdisciplinary change, that is some small bit of knowledge from another field seeping into your whatever echo chamber, and making you look at things in a very small but vital piece of knowledge, making its way into your beaker and changing the alchemy of what is there. So that's what I feel, that, and it's sometimes up to grace to get us out of a rut. This is my feeling, that sometimes small bits of information or a small insight can get us out of a rut in a jiffy. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, Neeti, you have not spoken. You have come out of some of the ruts already you are in. So, how did you do it? How are you doing it?
All I can say is the first decision is the toughest decision, to take a decision to get out of the rut. Thereafter, once you've taken the first step out, then you're more open to evaluating the possibilities. And that's what, like Sir said, be in those questions, what else is possible and how can it get better than this? And that is how options open up. But just the decision, like what Suchitra also just now said, just a decision, your mental decision to let go of your comfort zone. That is the biggest step one needs to take. Thereafter, there are many tiny steps, and one tends to fall into the safe steps because you've taken a conscious decision. You become more alert, you evaluate, you become more analytical, and you tend not to make a foolish decision thereafter. It's only the first decision, and the more effort you need to put in the taking that first decision of getting out of your comfort zone, it's good because that makes you a more cautious person. You are then thereafter able to evaluate your options better. So, there are times when you just have to believe in the universe, believe in everything, and shut your eyes and take the leap.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a great step. Choosing to
a lot of people taking these steps. We are not the only ones. We are not the first ones in the world to try and take these steps. A lot of people have done it.
Right.
So if we acknowledge that, and we acknowledge the power of guidance that we have or we are receiving on a regular basis, whether it is divine blessings and it is sound advice and supportive energies, whatever forms it's coming to us in abundance now. If you don't believe in it, means you're not giving it its due respect. And if you want to give it its due respect, you have to take the leap.
Right.
So that's what I say. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Amazing, Neetiji. It's like a final ball sixer. It's a very good message to everyone. And I'm getting a thought after listening to you. It's like we have unique opportunity available in front of us. And of course, we have grace from the God, 100% to do something. The new thought which coming to my mind is, why do we get all these opportunities? Why we go to a right person? Why this morning brainstorming is happening? It is all for reason, right? The idea is, Father is standing in a steps or somewhere, and he wants you to jump, trusting him. He's just holding both the hands. But if you stand and don't trust the Father and jump now, you will not get that excitement because you are safe there and there. But who is calling you is your Father. How I'm saying this is called by the Father is, otherwise he would not have chosen us to discuss these things, isn't it? So many people are doing so many things comfortably, not thinking about different realities, not thinking about challenging, not thinking about what to do, what else is possible. We are all fortunate people to do this. Meaning, I see it in this way. Father is standing, showing the hands, both the hands, asking us to jump with loving smile. But are we enough to jump from our rut? Just a thought. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's all think about this today. How do I come out of the rut or the default mode, and share further tomorrow morning. So if anybody has anything to share now, please go ahead and share. After
I'd
that,
like to add one
Yes.
more sentence.
Yes.
Taking off from where Vitrival has just said, if we were all very happy and satisfied in our default mode, we would not be spending time here. We would not be returning here for 74 mornings. We've all got a lot of things that we can accomplish in this 1 hour in our daily routine, but we've chosen to put that aside and be here. So obviously we have to acknowledge the fact that we are in the lookout for something different, something new, something away from our comfort zones. So when we are in the lookout of it, we might as well take the leap. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Even if you are enjoying that rut, and you may want to find how much more. Yes, Kuldeep sir.
I want to say a small thing, that we normally want to be in the rut because we feel little safer there. But we must understand that safety is not all the time what we are designed for. Our warships, they are safest in the harbor, but it is not that what they meant for.
Exactly.
They meant for something else.
Yes.
So if that what we meant for, we want to achieve, we have to go out of that comfort zone. That is the one thing which we can keep in mind.
Yeah, that's a good reminder. If you think you are safe, most probably you are useless.
May not be useless, but you may not be achieving your full potential.
Yeah, full potential. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's the right way to say. Yeah. Thank you.
That was an amazing example, especially from a person from army. it goes deeper into our head, sir. Thank you for this. Hammering in our head and putting up wonderful things inside. Thank you very much.
Okay, so anybody, yeah, thank you, sir. Anybody else would like to say anything before we close? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Great discussion today. So let's meet tomorrow morning, 7:30 again.
Thank you.
The thought to dwell on the whole day is how to get out of this rut which we are in, and how to come out from the default mode.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful day. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ramaji, you can stop the recording.
Right, yeah.
Manasi stopped speaking nowadays.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah. Manasi, you want to say something? Okay.
Thank you.
Excellent way of saying it.